All right, there we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Yoga Nidra for cognition and or clear perception, actually. And we're going to start off with a short little practice for anxiety that we've done before in the past. So just wherever you're at, just sit up nice and tall in your chair. Feet, inner edges of your feet in alignment, both your feet pressing firmly into the floor. Take your shoulders behind you and down your back so you can lift your chest. And then feel as though you've got a string pulling the crown of the head up. And just begin to engage the body and the mind. Take a look and just notice the surroundings in the room that you're at. And then just notice the physical sensation in the body as opposed to what's going on in the mind. Hi, Lola. And remember, you're just noticing without any judgment. So the mind, when we have anxiety, it's because the mind projects forward into things that haven't happened. So we're going to try to be more mindful and connect to the present moment. And again, we're also going to just try to notice the physical sensations in the body and notice them without judging them. Let me let everybody in here. All right, hi, Fulvia, Elrinda. All right, so go ahead and take a look around the room and just silently to yourself, just notice 5 things that you see. 5 things that you see. Notice 4 things that you feel. So it could be the seat on your buttocks, it could be the wind from a fan. Notice 3 things that you hear. Two things that you may or may not smell. And 1 thing that you may or may not taste. So we've engaged all the 5 senses there. Now notice one area in the body where you feel sensation. And now one area in the body that feels neutral. Press your feet firmly into the floor. Notice the engagement and reach the crown of the head up to the ceiling. And I am going to move over into my chair over here. And we're going to do this little practice that we have done before. So wherever you're at, if you could sit a little bit more forward on the chair. Have your feet hip distance apart, inner edges of your feet in alignment. And bring your palms to your heart center. And now inhale, open the arms. Exhale, palms to the heart center. Inhaling, opening the arms. Exhaling, palms to the heart center. Inhaling, arms out. Exhaling, to the heart center. And now we're going to come into a series of movements. So you may want to widen your feet just a little bit more. And you're going to raise your arms up overhead. Fingertips are going to touch. You're going to look up and then exhale. Bring the arms down into a cactus. Inhale, back up, fingertips touch. Exhale, arms come down into a cactus. Inhaling up, fingertips touch. Exhale down to a cactus. And now we're going to add on. So inhaling up, exhaling down cactus, and straighten your arms into a T. And now bring the arms behind you. Good. Inhaling up, exhaling down, arms in a T, arms behind you. Good. Again, inhaling up, exhale, cactus, inhale to a T. And now arms behind you. Good. We'll continue to add on. Inhale up, exhale, inhale, exhale. That again, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. We'll add on. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, palms stop, exhale, push. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Again, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, and exhale. Now we're going to add on. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and then exhale, hinge forward, inhale, back. Good. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Good. Keep on going. And last time. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. So just pause here and take a deep breath in and out. Notice the body and notice what stands out in the body and what is neutral in the body. And then go ahead and take a look around the room that you're in and look at it with a fresh set of new eyes. Good. And now we're going to start with our pranayama. So wherever you're at, just again, find your seat, nice tall seat, and just become aware of your breath. And we're just going to take a little bit of a breath inventory without changing the breath, without having any judgment to the breath. Just going to see what kind of breath we brought to our practice today. And just notice if the breath is a long breath or a shallow breath. Is the breath continuous or does it have any jumps or skips, any roughness or any holds to it? And again, remember, you're just judging it with, you're not judging it, you're just observing it with no judgment. And does the breath have any sound? Either audible or inaudible. And what are the qualities of the sound? Dryness, stickiness, windiness, and also to what are the qualities giving you mentally? What are the qualities of the breath giving to you emotionally? Is the breath keeping you calm and grounded? Or is the breath irritating you a little bit? And wherever the breath is today, just know where it is and accept it. Now just begin to bring the breath into balance. Just actively begin to shape the breath. Begin to inhale and exhale evenly, one to one, breathing through the nose. Having the same length of your inhale as your exhale. You're basically just smoothing out the breath a little bit. Just as you breathe in, like you have a big paintbrush, and then you exhale. And the strokes are the same length, the same cadence as you breathe, just like you were painting a room. Just allow the breath to become fluid and a continuous stream. And also begin to feel the breath is more drawn more deeper into the throat than through the nose. And in the course of breathing this way, you may or may not hear a sound, a slight sound called Ujjayi pranayama, or a victorious breath. That sound doesn't have to be strong or loud. That sound is used more as a gauge to help you understand if you're straining or forgetting to breathe. It's just some background noise giving your conscious mind something to hold on to. Continue to relax and notice how the mind, the body, and the breath begin to integrate together. Now we'll begin our pranayama practice. So go ahead and take 3 ujjayi breaths, breathing from the base of the throat. So it's a slight constriction of the throat. And now we'll take 5 piercing the moon breaths. where we always inhale through the left nostril and exhale through the right nostril. So remember, I'm just a guide here for you. So trust your own breath. Gently close the right nostril and inhale through the left. Close the left and exhale through the right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. And now take 3 Ujjayi breaths, breathing from the base of the throat. We'll take 5 piercing the sun breaths, where we always inhale through the right nostril and exhale through the left nostril. So again, trust your own breath. I'm just a guide. Gently close the left nostril, inhale through the right. Close the right, exhale left. Close the left, inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale right. Exhale left. Now we'll conclude with 3 Ujjayi breaths, breathing from the base of the throat. Take a moment and sit there and check in with the mind and the breath, noticing maybe if the mind has calmed down a little bit, it's moving a little slower. Maybe there's more space in between your thoughts. Maybe you feel a little calmer than when you first came to your practice today. Now I'll give everybody just a few minutes to go find your space for Yoga Nidra. Wherever that might be for you, sitting on a chair, a recliner, on a yoga mat, maybe even lying in your bed, as long as you don't fall asleep. And remember, our intention is to stay awake. The body and the mind will sleep, but awareness remains aware. And don't forget our little trick that if you feel like you might fall into an unconscious sleep, you can bend one elbow with your forearm vertical. That way, if you start to fall asleep, the movement of your arm will wake you up. So wherever you're at, just settle in and become comfortable. Allow the body to open. Take your shoulder blades down your back. Open up your heels a little wider than your hips. Arms by your side, palms up, preferably nothing touching your fingertips. And just be sure that your head and your neck are completely comfortable. And you may want to have a light piece of material to cover your eyes, or you can turn off the lights. And now begins the practice of Yoga Nidra. So become aware of your body resting in this space. Set the intention to stay awake during the practice and invite the body and the mind to sleep. And remember that the part of you that endures will remain awake. And now just begin to guide yourself through slow, diaphragmatic belly breaths. Just emphasize the flow of a continuous breath from the belly with no breaks in the current of breath. As you inhale, the belly expands like a balloon. And as you exhale, the belly softens and it moves towards the back body. Slow diaphragmatic belly breaths. And as you shape the breath, you're shaping the mind to rest in equilibrium. If the mind begins to wander, just bring it back to the rise and fall of the abdomen. Let the belly become the anchor for your breath. Now, please allow the breath to return to an involuntary flow. No longer shaping the breath. Just allow the breath to become effortless. Become aware of the unique qualities of the inhalation and the exhalation. Inhalation is repair and healing, and exhalation is letting go. Have the intention to let your breath find the perfect rhythm at this moment. Sense the breath becoming perfectly balanced. And now experience that you are not the breather. You are spacious awareness, aware of the breath. And to move even deeper, experience that you are not the doer. You rest in effortless awareness of non-doing. Now we're going to move into our 31 points practice. So remember to be effortless. Just allow my words to wash over you. And bring your attention to the midbrain, the space between your eyebrows, and sense a concentration of healing light. Throat center, same thing. Presence and healing light. Right shoulder joint, healing presence. Relax. Right elbow joint. Become aware of the joint and completely relax. Center of the right wrist, healing light. Tip of the right thumb, healing presence or light. Tip of the right pointer finger, healing presence or light. Tip of the right middle finger. Relax into this space. Tip of the right index finger. Healing presence or light. Tip of the right little finger. Healing presence or light. Awareness returns to the center of the right wrist. Healing light or presence. Right elbow joint. Right shoulder joint. Relax. Throat center. Healing presence or light. Awareness moves to the left shoulder joint. Left elbow joint. Completely relax. Center of the left wrist. self-existence, healing light. Tip of the left thumb, tip of the left pointer finger, tip of the left middle finger, healing presence or light. Tip of the left ring finger, tip of the left little finger, awareness returns to the center of the left wrist, healing presence, light. Left elbow joint, healing presence. Left shoulder joint, relax into this space. Throat center, presence or light is revealed when your relaxation is complete. Heart center, deep beneath the breastbone, healing presence or light. Center of the left chest or breast, heart center, center of the right chest or breast, heart center, deep beneath the breastbone, healing presence, light. Now please see your body as space. Imagine that you're lying on your back on sand on a beach and looking up at the sky, at all the stars in the sky. And your body is as vast as the night sky. Relax and see those points of light come to life as a constellation of stars, forming from the midbrain all the way to the tips of your fingers. Relax here. And in this space, become aware of the heart. Become aware of the heart center between the spine and the breastbone. See or sense or feel a presence. And at the same time, feel that presence at the midbrain and relax. The presence is there. Just be effortless. Now see or sense a path that links the heart and the midbrain. And be aware of that current between the heart and midbrain. The right side of your forehead and your heart. Feel a presence, a line or path that bridges the two. Right cheek and heart. Sense that link, that life force that flows effortlessly between the cheek and the heart. Right side body and the heart, and the silent current that links the two. Right thigh and the heart. Relax. Right ankle and the heart. Relax. Left ankle and the heart. Relax. Left thigh and the heart. Relax. Left side body and the heart. Relax. Awareness of connection, the subtle force, the left cheek and the heart, the left side of the forehead and the heart, deep in the midbrain, connected to the heart. Be mindful of resting in the heart. Nothing you do. And with every exhalation, you let go of thought and desire. Now imagine as if your nostrils were abiding at the breastbone. The breath moves in and out of the heart. Vital force is received at the heart each time you breathe in, and content like thought, belief, and memory is expelled when you breathe out. Be alert to pause between your breath as you continue to abide in the heart center, resting in the heart, complete effortlessness, linked to the breath and letting go. Please bring your awareness back to the space that your body occupies and back to the body. The body sleeps, the mind sleeps, but awareness remains aware. Take a moment to return to a sense of time and location, the presence of being at ease and fully aware, and at the same time, conscious of the body. Sense yourself being conscious of your body in this time, in this space. And now we're going to walk backwards in time in 30-minute increments. Please go back 30 minutes ago prior to coming to class today. See and reflect on what you were doing feeling, seeing, and see the unique circumstances from the seat of the witness, of non-reactivity. And then go back 30 minutes earlier and do the same thing. What was I doing? What was I thinking? And what was I feeling? And see it from that complete non-reactive place. Then go back a half an hour earlier and continue to walk backwards in 30-minute increments throughout your day. Seeing from a non-reactive, non-judgmental place of the witness. Do your best to remain completely undisturbed and non-reactive. And do your best to remain completely undisturbed and non-reactive. Continue to move back in your day and go back to the moment right before you woke up this morning. Wherever you are now, be aware of yourself sleeping right before waking up this morning. Be aware of yourself dreaming at some point during the night and recall the dreams you were experiencing, but now from the vantage point of the witness, that unreactive place. Return to the deep hours of sleep and recall yourself sleeping. And finally, remember being awake in the transitional phase right before falling asleep. And note the presence of awareness. Now, please come back to sense the breath in your heart. And as you breathe in, air goes directly into the heart center. And as you exhale, it moves out. Throat center, the same way. As you breathe in, the air goes directly into the throat center. And as you exhale, it moves out. As you breathe in, air goes directly into the point between your eyebrows. And as you exhale, it moves out. Feel or sense this reactivating, preparing you to end your practice and move back into life. Begin to bring subtle movements into your toes, into your feet, into the ankles. Bring subtle movements into the legs and the hips. Subtle movement in the spine and the arms and the fingertips. Subtle movement in the hands and the wrists. And gently move your head from side to side. And if you're lying down, you can roll to one side. It doesn't matter which side. And if you're on your side, go ahead and use the top arm to push yourself to an upright seated position. And when you're ready, rub your hands together, creating some heat, and then placing the palms over your eyes. And when you feel ready to open your eyes and your hands and move back into life, the practice of Yoga Nidra for clear perception is complete.